Hey, Chad.
What's up with that rock, man?
Oh, do you mean this rock, Chad?
No. I mean, like, the other rock.
Oh, well, you see, tomorrow I'm going on an adventure. I'm hoping to take all these girls along with me.
I love adventure. Where are we going?
Well, it's not really one of those kinds of adventures. It's more the adventure of making a difference. And on every adventure, we have stops on the road, but many times they aren't exactly rest stops. They're more of obstacles that we have to come over, like roadblocks and even rocks.
So, like, rocks are like failure then? Like when I didn't get any girlfriends and my friend got like a billion? Like failure that way?
No, not really. It's more of like the stop on the adventure of doing something bigger than yourself. And we normally come to this stop when we mess up in a big and sometimes even a small way. So we messed up. Can God still use us? Everyone's messed up. I've messed up. I've said some stupid things and I've done some things I wish I wouldn't have. I know for me personally, sometimes I feel like if I blow it with God, it's all over. But that's not the case. Let me try and say this in a different way. So here I have this really cool looking Hoops of Hope shirt.
It's baby blue.
I know, it's pretty cool. And dude, Chad, look at that. Like, some people wrote all over it.
Gosh, that's awesome. Let me see that.
Sure. That is seriously like my favorite shirt. I mean, you can't even get that thing up on a concourse. It is so cool. Hey Chad, what you doing to my shirt, buddy?
Hey, buddy. No, this is, you know what, this is your shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's your shirt.
Thanks.
That's your shirt.
Thanks, Chad. Do you really think anybody still wants this? Come on, are you serious? It's been stepped on. This thing has been trampled, stepped on. It's even had water poured on it, and you guys still want it? Is true for us. We're just like this shirt. No matter how many times we feel like we've been stepped on and trampled and had water poured on us, we still matter and we still have value. In Psalms 103, the creator of the universe says, I put your failures as far as the east is from the west. What great feelings that is to know that when we mess up, we still matter to God and He still wants to use us. So tomorrow I'm going to come back and talk to you about 3 more stops on the adventure. But if failure is tripping you up right now, just remember that you still matter and you still have value to God.
Hey, you know what? Austin and I like to goof around, and we love adventure. And recently, we got to go on a different kind of adventure with a few of our friends. So we'd like to share some of that with you. Take a look.
It's amazing what an empty chair can do. It can feed the hungry, clothe the poor, and heal the sick. It can provide education to a child, clean water to a village, and love to an orphan. An empty chair can do all of those things when that empty chair is yours.
I have the incredible privilege of going to Rwanda,
Able to go around and visit with different villages
and meeting children and seeing the story of what World Vision is doing here and being blown away.
It showed me a few things. One is that you can travel all the way across the world and you can laugh together and you can not speak the same language.
I've seen kids who are the class clown, and I've seen kids who are the shy one, and kids who just want to smile and dance.
You can have a great experience with somebody and become friends with them.
In the United States, we focus so much on, going to the movies or getting the new style of clothes, whereas here, you see kids who, their shoes don't even fit them. And a lot of kids don't even have shoes. And it never see a movie. They're not worried about that kind of stuff. Their struggles are things like, going out and finding food and water for the day.
I think one thing that I was really struck by. We met a group of people my age who are the heads of their home, taking care of 4 children, 5 children each.
It's kind of like having parent issues to the extreme. Like when your mom and dad aren't involved in your life, throws off life completely. And suddenly you don't have a map, you don't have a compass.
I couldn't imagine raising, my own sister, let alone 3 other kids, like this girl was doing, and having to go out and provide for them.
And that takes away your ability to dream bigger. And that was sobering.
But what was amazing though was that one child was sponsored. That made all the difference in the world for that family.
And it inspired me to take initiative with my life. These children need us.
This family was able to have a house built by World Vision because of sponsorship. They're able to have a garden to provide food.
I have seen these videos my whole life. I've gotten emails and letters, and other people do it, or I get distracted, or I forget. I was the worst one. I'm not gonna be the worst one anymore.
When you get out of your chair, take a stand, and go sponsor a child through World Vision, you don't just improve a single life once a month. You change 2 lives forever. His, or hers, and yours.
Prove the people wrong who write you off as just another spoiled teenager.
To look and see what sponsorship actually does, it brings a sense of hope. Giving to these kids will change their lives.
Get up, call your parents, go to that table, and make a difference.
Actually, I'm gonna go up to the table right now and sponsor a child. So, excuse me.
Discover the power of the empty chair. Join World Vision today. Please visit our booth right now, where your child is waiting to meet you.
I just want to take a few minutes to share with you something that is very dear to my heart. And that something is child sponsorship. If you're like me, sometimes we feel like we've seen these videos hundreds of times, and sometimes we begin to wonder if these kids are real. But the fact is they are. And this reality hit me a few years back when I was at World Vision office in Zambia. And I noticed this little girl named Abigail over in the corner. She had her arms wrapped around her brother's leg. As we talked with this brother, he said that he had brought his sister Abigail down in hopes that she could get her picture taken, so that maybe she would end up on one of these packets somewhere in the back of a concert or something. That maybe somehow she would get a sponsored child. Here's the deal, girls. Nobody expects us to do anything about it. People don't even expect us to even care. People think that teenagers are selfish and self-absorbed. But you and I know that's not true. You and I know that's not true for our generation, and it's especially not true for Revolve Tour girls. I've said this before, but I actually don't take an allowance. Each month, my allowance goes to support my sponsored child named Ignatius. And I can tell you, each month that $30, it'll provide my sponsored child with food, water, clothing, shelter, and care. I can tell you, it's the greatest thing I've ever been able to do with my allowance. So I'm sure you could work that similar kind of deal with your parents. But if not, grab 6 of your friends, and for $5 each, you guys could change a life. And here's the deal. Child sponsorship isn't just a one-way road. You get something in return. And that something is it will change your life as well. I can tell you that. I would not be standing on this stage today if it weren't for my sponsored child. So up here today, I have this little girl named Mad Hurry. It's kind of a hard name to pronounce. But she's from India. And today is actually her birthday. She's turning 9. And I was thinking, how cool would that be if we could get Mad Hurry sponsored today? And what a cool thing that would be if we could make every one of those children up on that World Vision